Hey there, Blackhawks. I'm Eugene Belsky, and welcome to this edition of BHS-TV News. We've got a packed show for you, covering everything from behind the scenes to a new Abel's Academy. Let's kick things off with some behind the scenes with the newest member of BHS-TV News, Maria Aladluni.
Welcome to Behind the Scenes at BHS-TV News. Here at BHS-TV News, each crew member has a different role. It can be anything from writing the script to directing to being the talent or a cameraman. And of course, we always need an editor. Every show starts right here at this computer. Typically, writing a script ends up being a team effort, but that's fine. We enjoy it. We take a look at community events coming up within the next few days or even weeks, and we decide what we want to mention that day. This right here is what we call the control room. Every piece of equipment in here has a different purpose, but they all help bring the show together. This is the studio, where the magic happens. As previously mentioned, one of our many roles is being a cameraman, or woman. One of the responsibilities is communicating with the control room. Another responsibility is making sure the talent looks great on camera. That means focusing in and setting the frame. Being the talent also means being patient, whether that means dealing with technical errors or director errors. Once we're all done in the studio, we come here to edit. The skills learned in this class can range from anything from technical skills to personal skills. They can also be applied to various aspects of your life and various career paths. Anything from the film industry to marketing and advertising, everything you learn here will be used at some point. For BHS TV News, I'm Maria Aladluni.
And unique news this week. When you think of Noodles & Company restaurant, you think of fast, good noodles. But not if you live in Beloit, Wisconsin. Then you think of a deer running through the restaurant. Surveillance footage shows a deer charging into the crowded restaurant around lunchtime, prompting diners to scatter. The animal then explored the dining area and kitchen before exiting out a back door opened by an employee. No one was harmed in the incident, and the location has since reopened after deep cleaning. The restaurant now offers a $2 mac and cheese special on Wednesdays to commemorate the incident. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Abel's Academy. But first, a message from BHS TV News.
Hello everybody, my name is Abel Duchateau, here with another episode of Abel's Academy. Today's topic is going to be pretty heavy metal, or hard rock, or smooth jazz, or whatever you want it to be, because today we'll be talking about guitars. Guitars are some of the most commonly played instruments in the world nowadays, with numerous different types being played by musicians all around the world. On top of that, guitars are one of the most versatile instruments that can be played, encompassing a multitude of genres and styles of music, some of which you may have never even heard of before. To find out more about the history of the guitar, we have to start all the way back in the 16th century Spain with its predecessor called the guitarn. There are two different types of guitarns, but I cannot pronounce either one of them. But one had a very strong resemblance to today's modern guitar. But in the 1850s, a guitar manufacturer named Antonio Torres Huerdo made a prototype of the modern acoustic guitar. He changed the shape and size of the body and the length of the neck. But the credit for the first ever actual acoustic guitar goes to a German immigrant named Christian Friedrich Martin. You see, at the time, guitar strings were made from actual sheep guts. Martin made the first steel string guitar, changing the course of music history forever. But the history of the guitar doesn't end there, because an important development would come in the 1930s, when Charlie Christian was the first ever guitarist to connect a guitar to a pickup to amplify the sound. Now, this was not the invention of the electric guitar, but this was definitely the step in the right direction. The actual creation of the electric guitar began in the 1950s through experimentation from a bunch of guitar companies. In the 60s, the creation of the new instrument was complete. Now let's go through what makes a guitar a guitar. First, let's discuss the two different types of guitar. Electric guitars have the same function but a different execution as acoustic guitars. You got these things underneath the strings called pickups. They actually pick up the noises made by the guitar and transmit it to the amplifier that outputs the sound. A lot of the effects and sounds can be used to change the noise output from the guitar. Even the shape of the guitar can affect the sound of it. This is what my guitar sounds like, clean, with no effects or nothing. This is the same thing, but with just a little bit of reverb. And here it is again with some more gain. Gain is basically just the sound that's being picked up from the pickups. As you can see, it starts to add some distortion. Acoustic guitars are basically just hollow boxes with strings, and they sound like this. Guitars are used in a large variety of music and genres, from rock to pop to jazz and even rap. It's one of the most versatile instruments that has a very interesting history, spanning over 300 years. For BHS-TV News, my name is Abel and this has been your latest episode of Abel's Academy.
Wow, who knew guitars had so much history? And for our last story today, 3 odd laws around the world. First, you can't chew gum in Singapore. Second, you're not allowed to feed the birds in Venice. And third, you can't wear camouflage clothing in Barbados. Well, that's a wrap for this edition of BHS-TV News. I'm Eugene Belsky. I hope you enjoyed the updates and feel even more connected to our amazing school community. Remember, if you have any news or stories you want us to feature, don't hesitate to reach out and email us at bhstvnews@bloomfield.org. We love sharing your achievements and experiences. Thanks for tuning in, Blackhawks. Until next time, stay informed, stay awesome, and have a fantastic day.